Bernstein put a lock on it.
I'm hungry. I think I'll have a sandwich.
Brilliant.
You want Brilliant from Bernstein? This is a guy who spent an entire morning trying to figure out how many rifles he needed for a 21-gun salute.
Excuse me, put a lid on it, okay, Thomas?
How does this Chicago connect with...
Hi. May I talk to you?
We're all ears. What do you got?
Too. What's up?
I think I've come up with a way that we can find out where Mac is.
How?
02?
Jenny Eckert. Yeah.
Jenny Eckert?
Yeah. She was involved with Mac. And she's been walking around town like she doesn't have a care in the world, so she's spoken to him.
Well, that may be so, but we actually have a lead that's been verified that Robert went to Chicago after he left here.
Chicago. Why did he go to Chicago?
We think that there's something to do with the partner. He's clued into Mac's partner. That's why he went.
I think the key here is Jenny. Somebody needs to talk to her. Will you question her?
Yeah, I'll get right on it. We better get back to our clues about
Yeah,
Chicago.
I'll see you two later.
You promised me that you'll
I
talk
promise.
to her. You
I'll
promise?
take care of it, yes.
Okay, come on.
Honey? How did your Academy interview go?
It was postponed until next week.
It was postponed. Oh, great.
Great. Why would you say something like that?
Well, I mean, I only said great because I don't think we've really had time to discuss it yet. So that's what I meant by great.
Right. Right. We do need to discuss it.
Yes.
I'll see you later.
Well, I suppose you got a lead from those two, did you?
Jenny Eckert. Yeah, I think she knows where Mac is.
Well, I know where he is. The bottom of the PC River.
Hi.
Hi.
I come in?
Is it an official visit?
No, as a matter of fact, it's not. Felicia wanted me to check up on you and see how you were.
Oh, come on in.
Oh, thanks. Nice day, huh? Can I sit down?
Sure.
Good. I heard you were at the docks this morning.
Yeah.
What's going on at the docks?
Nothing. I just like being near the water. Anna was there, too.
Uh-huh.
Did she turn me in?
Oh, no. You have to understand, that bodyguard that's with her is supposed to report everything that happens around her because Mac's partner's still on the loose somewhere, and he told me about it.
Right. Gosh, next you guys will probably set up a metal detector you have to pass through before you can talk to her, huh?
No, nothing like that. It's just, you have to understand it's a very dangerous, serious situation.
I see.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, you guys aren't considering me as a suspect, as a partner to Mac, are
No, nothing like that at all. But, well, now that you brought it up, did Mac ever mention any friends he had in town or anybody he was close to?
When?
Well, before he was killed.
No.
You sure?
No, never. You know, I thought you said this wasn't an official visit because this is a very good imitation of police stuff.
I'm sorry, you're right. I'm sorry.
You know, it's kind of odd, isn't it, that all this great police follow-up comes after the fact? I mean, why didn't you guys stop this? Prevent it from all happening in the first place?
Jenny, we tried. The whole incident is very unfortunate, and you should be aware of the fact that the altercation between Robert and Mac was at least fair.
Oh, I was there. I saw it all. My eyes were definitely open that night.
Jenny, look, I'm well aware that we're both on different sides here. But please try to believe me when I say that Robert regretted this more than anybody.
Maybe not as different as you think. I meant that Mac is the one that opened my eyes. I mean, the fact that he'd shoot Anna Lavery and then the way he's behaved since.
Right.
Well, I guess it really doesn't matter anymore now, right?
Well, don't be too sure.
What do you mean?
Well, we have reason to believe Max might still be alive.
Why? What do you know?
Well, there have been a few sightings, but we haven't been able to confirm anything, and I thought if you had any information you'd like to share, we could do that.
I don't have any information. I already told you that. Look, Mac never mentioned anybody else, no names. I never saw him with anybody else.
And that's all you have to say to me right now.
Uh-huh.
Even though you say Mac opened your eyes. What did you mean by that Mac opened your eyes?
Simply that Mac professed to be one type of person, and my mother always said actions should speak louder than words.
Really? It's funny, you know, how mothers say those things. Maybe she's right. Well, thank you. Goodbye.
Hey, Frisco, thank your wife for asking about me. Tell tell Felicia that I'm fine.
I will.
Well, it doesn't sound like the Acker girl was any help at all.
The same vibe I got from Anna.
Yeah, sort of like, what's wrong with this picture?
There's something she's not telling us.
Well, the hallowed detective squad room itself, I believe that I've been raised to VIP suspect status.
Yeah, well, you're in a world of trouble now, Finian.
Oh, we're all in trouble the minute we leave our mother's womb. Nothing but toil and trouble. And on top of that, our time is brief.
I'm glad you're here. We've been wanting to talk with you.
Well, Detective Sergeant Frisco Jones, first class. May I extend my heartfelt congratulations on your recent promotion.
What were you doing down at the docks this morning?
Well, I didn't know there was a law against being on Pier 10. If there is, then I think you ought to go pick up Anna Lavery. She was there, too.
What were you doing down at the docks?
Well, I'm sorry to be so presumptuous.
And what happened to your head?
Well, you see, it was very foggy down there, as you all well know this morning, and I just, very foolishly, I banged my noggin on the pier down there because I couldn't quite make it out in the mist.
Very nasty little bump on your head. Your nose isn't doing too well. That's all from just walking into something?
Well, I was running at the time of the contact. It was a very severe impact.
So you were running in the mist, in the fog, and had a little accident.
Well, I told you I was acting rather foolishly. Now, look, don't you have other more important things to do, like finding the fellow who was recently indicted by the grand jury? Or do you overprotect one of your own?
Hey, don't try and tell us our job.
I didn't mean to Oh, I'm feeling a bit woozy. I think I'd best go on home.
No, I think you'd best sit down.
What if I told you that our grand jury indictee has left town?
The ex-commissioner is gone. Well, doesn't look too good, but I guess if I was in that same position, I would do exactly the same thing.
What would you do if you were his brother?
His brother? Well, if I was his brother, I'd probably be feeding the fishes by now.
Have you ever seen Max Scorpio with friends, strangers, anyone?
No. And no. And I want to thank you very much for having me into the squad room. I enjoyed the company, but if you're not going to charge me with anything, I should like to take my leave.
Get out of here.
Top of the morning to
Same feeling you got, Anna.
You can come up with anything.
No, she said that her feeling for Mac has changed.
What does that mean?
She doesn't hold him in the same regard as she used to.
Well, she knows something. She knows something, but I just don't know what it is.
I know, I can't put my finger on it either. And when I asked her questions, she'd flinch sometimes. She was definitely nervous. Almost as if,
Like she's spoken to him?
yeah, exactly. And then she'd try to cover. She was always covering.
Okay, well, we're on to something with her.
You know, both your instincts, I trust them a lot. So let's just assume that Jenny was in contact with him.
Fine. So on that assumption, what's our next step? Tap her phones?
And what about Robert going to Chicago? Maybe I should fly down there, try to get on his trail.
Unless he wasn't going to Chicago at all. He got on the train to Chicago, but maybe jumped off beforehand.
Or he went in the other direction completely. He didn't go to Chicago. He just wants us to think that.
You know, she's got a point there. The problem is he's wanted for manslaughter. He's got an all-points bulletin out on him.
You know, the most stupid thing about this situation is that the only reason that Robert's on the most wanted list in the first place is because he believes Mac is alive.
There's one way to twist that. I'm going to put an all-points out on Max Scorpio. Anna, what's the problem?
I just had a really strange feeling about Robert.
Now, we're going to find him.
No, this is just a very strange sensation. I don't know.
Well, maybe it's mental telepathy, huh? Maybe he's trying to tell you something.
tell me where he was.
Frisco, what the hell are you doing?
What's the matter? What
You put out an APB on Max Scorpio?
Yeah,
You don't put out an APB on a dead man.
Well, you do if you don't think he's dead.
Think.
Yeah, we believe he's alive.
That would explain why Robert took off like that.
Are you telling me that you know something here, or that you're just guessing?
No, I'm not guessing. It's I don't know, a gut feeling about it.
You better have more than gut feelings. You better have proof if you're going to start acting on your assumptions.
I think Robert
I don't care what you think. You're going to put out an APB on Max Scorpio? You better know he's alive.
We're not getting anywhere on this.
And we keep pushing the right buttons, but no numbers are coming up.
Well, the commissioner's good, but he's only human. Sooner or later, we're going to pick up his trail.
Look, excuse me. I wanted to talk to you about something. I don't appreciate the way you handled that before.
What?
Reprimanding me in front of Anna like that, I don't appreciate it.
I don't stand on ceremony with her.
Well, maybe I do. From now on, if you have something to say to me, I'd appreciate if you pulled me aside in private and told me.
You don't tell me how to do my job, Frisco. And besides, you're the one that went against the procedures.
Well, I felt for good reason.
Not good enough for me.
Why are you being so hard-nosed about this? You've had hunches before, gut feelings. You've acted on them.
This has nothing to do with me.
Well, what does this have to do, then? You'll have to clear it up with me, then, because I'm a...
Hello. Hi.
Hi, honey. What are you doing here?
Oh, I was just leaving.
No, well, that's not what I meant. Don't leave, because I'd like to talk to you, if I
I
could.
thought we could meet for lunch.
Okay, good, because we have a few things we need to discuss,
Yes,
right?
we do.
Okay. Well, we'll discuss them at lunch.
Right. How about Kelly's at 1?
Perfect.
Okay, see you
1
there.
o'clock. All right.
Maybe your personal life is getting in the way of your job.
Don't change the subject. That's not what we were talking about. Get back to the point.
You see what I mean? You're real touchy now.
Well, I have
About
good
everything.
reason to be touchy.
No, I don't think so. I mean, you can't take orders. You
Well, wait a minute. Now, I put that APB out on Max Scorpio because I felt it was the right move. Anna was behind it. Sean was behind it. Both of them.
Yeah, but they don't give the orders here, Frisco.
Well,
I do.
obviously, you're making that very clear to everybody. Now, come on. You gotta understand other people can have good ideas, too.
That's not the point.
Well, then what is the point? Clear it up for
The
me.
point is your attitude. That's the point. It stinks. It's the same as always. You never want to do anything except your own way. Sometimes I don't think you have what it takes to become a detective. Sometimes I think that you just sort of... Maybe you should just stay in the WSB.
You gotta check your attitude. Hi.
Sorry.
Oh, well, just an hour late. I was getting a little concerned,
After I talked to you, I went to see if they rescheduled my appointment, and they didn't. And it was a stupid thing to do because I knew I would be late, and I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right. I just thought maybe you would let me know somehow, but I shouldn't have expected it.
What do you mean by that?
Nothing. I don't mean anything by that. Forget it.
Well, please, say what's on your mind.
You haven't been telling me anything lately. Nothing. This whole stupid idea of joining the police academy, I don't
It's not
understand
a
it.
stupid idea. I really want to do it.
It's crazy. Why would you want to go and put yourself through something like that?
I want something more in my life.
More? You're a wife, you're a mother, we have a great baby that you enjoy taking care of?
Yeah, and I'm not going to abandon Max. I love her, but there are a lot of women that are mothers that have careers.
Absolutely. And you go ahead and ask all those women which they'd rather do, and I bet you're going to get one answer.
What, that they would prefer to stay home with their children? Well, there are women like that, but there are also women who prefer to have careers and children, and there are also women who prefer to just have careers and no children at all.
All right, okay. Maybe so. You have a point. But you never told me that you wanted anything like that. I thought that you were very happy.
I just want to know that I can accomplish something outside the home, like you.
But isn't one cop in the family enough? It's just so unbelievable to me. You're always complaining to me about my job and being a cop and not being home. I don't understand if you really want this or you're just trying to get back at me.
No, I'm not.
Well, then I don't understand. And you don't see my point of view in this.
Yes, I do.
Where are you going?
I'm not hungry anymore. You know, you never see my needs, and I've always seen your needs. I'm going to do this with or without your blessing.